lecture study about measure of dispersion. What is dispersion? Dispersion measures variation of डाटा. डाटा में समंकों में जो भी विचरण होता है उसे ज्ञात करता है अपकिरण. डिस्पर्जन को हिंदी में कहा जाता है अपकिरण. तो डिस्पर्जन मेजर्स वेरिएशन ऑफ डाटा. डाटा में जितना भी वेरिएशन होगा वो किसकी हेल्प से कैलकुलेट किया जाता है? डिस्पर्जन की हेल्प से. इससे पहले अपन ने पढ़ा था measure of central tendency. Before we studied measure of tendency in which we calculate central value, that means averages, but averages does not define about the variation between the data. Suppose there are two data 50, 60 and 40. Another data is 80, 30 and 40. The average of these two data are 50. These are averages. So with the help of averages we can't find the variation between the data because the average of both the data is 50 and 50. The average total of this is 150. 150 divided by 3, 50. Total of this is also 150 divided by 3, it is 50. So with the help of averages means with the help of central tendency we can't find the variation between the data. So for the calculation of variation between the data we have to use dispersion. In dispersion different methods are used. Methods of dispersion. There are two methods for the dispersion. One is methods of limit and another is methods of averaging deviation. In methods of limit, first is range R, second is interquartile range IR, and then percentile range PR. In methods of averaging deviation, quartile deviation is QD, mean deviation delta, and standard deviation is sigma. It is the most important measure of dispersion, standard deviation. Most used in statistics is standard deviation. Most applicable is standard deviation. Now we see formula of these measure of dispersion. First, range. Range is the difference between largest and smallest value of the data. L minus S, where L stands for largest value and S for smallest value. If we have to compare two series, यदि आपको दो श्रेणियों की तुलना करनी हो तो सिर्फ रेंज कैलकुलेट करने से काम नहीं चलेगा. It doesn't work. For this we use coefficient of रेंज विस्तार गुणांक की गणना करनी होगी, वी हैव टू यूज कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेंज L minus S upon L plus S. The variation is calculated by coefficient of range. जिस सीरीज का कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेंज ज्यादा होगा उसमें वेरिएशन ज्यादा होगा, जिस सीरीज का कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेंज कम होगा उसमें वेरिएशन भी कम होगा. नाउ लेट अस सी दिस विद एन एग्जांपल. We have a of two series. Marks in statistics and marks in accountancy. 20, 35, 25, 30, 16, 40, 18, 28, 10 and 25. 31, 39, 23, 42, 20, 45, 15, 25, 19 and 24. Compare the range of marks in both subjects. Now with the help of these data we have to compare the marks between two datas. Now when the word compare comes we have to use coefficient of range. First of all we calculate range of marks in statistics, L minus S. So L means the largest value. The largest value is 40 and the smallest value is 10. So range is 40 minus 10 equals to 30. And if we calculate coefficient of range then it is L minus S upon L plus S. So L minus S is 40 minus 30 and 40 plus 30. It comes 10 upon 70. 10 upon 70 is 0.142. It is the range of marks in statistics and coefficient of range in statistics. It comes coefficient of range equals to 0.142. Now we find range of marks in accountancy, L minus S. The largest value is 45 and the smallest value is 15. So R equals to 45 minus 15 equals to 30. Coefficient of range equals to L minus S upon L plus S. So 45 minus 15 upon 45 plus 15. It is 30 upon 60 comes 0.5. So coefficient of range equals to 0.5. In marks in statistics coefficient of range is 0.142, whereas coefficient of range of marks in accountancy is 0.5. तो क्योंकि मार्क्स इन अकाउंटेंसी में कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेंज ज्यादा है, इसमें वेरिएशन ज्यादा है, और इसमें कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेंज कम है तो इसमें वेरिएशन भी कम होगा. जब भी आपको किसी दो सीरीज को कंपेयर करना होगा यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट कोफिशिएंट. नाउ वी प्रोसीड्स फर्दर. Second is interquartile range IR, or we can say middle 50% वैल्यू. दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन द क्वार्टाइल. जो अपन ने लास्ट लेक्चर में सीखा था कि पार्टीशन वैल्यू क्वार्टाइल की कैलकुलेशन कैसे की जाती है. सेम Q3 माइनस Q1. व्हेन थर्ड क्वार्टाइल माइनस कर देंगे अपन फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल से, तो जो आएगा दैट इज नोन एज इंटर क्वार्टाइल रेंज मिडल 50% वैल्यू. थर्ड percentile range. In percentile range, or we can say middle 80% value, P90 minus P10. So for the calculation of percentile range, use P90 minus P10, and for the calculation of interquartile range, Q3 minus Q1. Let us see this with another example. Marks 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 15 to 20, 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, 36 to 40, 41 to 45, and 46 to 50. Number of students 2, 5, 15, 20, 30, 10, 6, 5, 5 and 2. And we have to calculate middle 50% and middle 80% value. Calculate middle 50% and middle 80% values. Now, by seeing this series, it is continuous series and the class interval is inclusive because the difference between L2 and L1 is 1, 5 to 6. So first of all, we convert this class interval into exclusive by subtracting 0.5 from L1 and add 0.5 to L2. Marks 0.5 to 5.5, 6 minus 0.5, 5.5 to 10.5, 10.5 to 15.5, 15.5 to 20.5, 20.5 to 25.5, 25.5 to 30.5, 35.5 to 30.5 to 35.5, 35.55 to 40.5, 40.5 to 45.5, and 45.5 to 50.5. Number of students remain same: 2, 5, 15, 20, 30, 10, 6, 5, 5 and 2. Now, first of all, we calculate CF. 2, 7, 22, 42, 72, 82, 88, 93, 98 and 100. Total of frequency is also 100. In continuous series, if we have to calculate partition values, we have to find CF. Now, for the calculation of middle 50% value, that is IR, middle 50% value or middle 50% of students, we use formula IR equals to Q3 minus Q1. So we need Q3 and Q1, which is calculated with the help of these data, and I explained earlier in my lecture. So First of all, we find Q1 group. N upon 4. N is 100. 100 upon 4, that is 25. 25 lies in 42. Therefore, this is the Q1 group. And we use formula Q1 equals to L plus I upon F Q1 minus C. So, Q1 equals to L, I is 5, F and it is C. L is 15.5, I 5, F is 20, Q1 is 25 minus C 22. Q1 equals to 15.5 plus 25 minus 22 into 5 divided by 20. It is 0.75. So Q1 equals to plus 15.5, it is 16.25. So the Q1 is 16.25, which is calculated by these formula. Same, we calculate Q3. First of all, we calculate Q3 group, which is 3n by 4. Q3 equals to 3 into 100 divided by 4, that is 75. 75 lies in 82. This is the Q3 group. This is C, this is F, this is L and this is I. So Q3 equals to L plus I upon F Q3 minus C. Q3 equals to 25.5 I5 F equals to 10, Q3 75 minus C 72. So Q3 equals to 25.5 plus 75 minus 72 into 5 upon 10, it is 1.5. So Q3 equals to plus 25.5, it is 27. Now Q3 equals to 27. Now with the help of these Q1 and Q3, we can calculate middle 50% value. Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is 27, Q1 is 16.25. IR, or we can say that middle 50% values. So IR equals to 27 minus 16.25, it is 10.75. So 10.75 is the IR middle 50% students. Now same, we calculate middle 80% value. For the calculation of middle 80% value, we use percentile. Middle 80% value. Percentile. P90 minus P10. Same, again with the help of partition values, we calculate P90 and P10. First of all, we calculate P10, n upon 100 into 10. So 10 into 100 upon 100, it is 10. Now we see where 10 comes. 10 comes in 22. It is P10 group, it is C, it is F, it is L and I equals to 5. P10 equals to L plus I upon F P10 minus C. P10 equals to L 10.5 plus I5, F is 15, P10 10 minus C equals to 7. So P10 equals to 10.5 plus 10 minus 7, 3 into 5, 15 upon 15, 1. P10 equals to 11.5. So here we find P10 equals to 11.5. Now same, we calculate P90. N upon 100 into 90. 90 into 100 upon 100, it is 90. It comes, 90 comes in 93. It is P90 group. It is C, it is F, I equals to 5, it is L. P90 equals to L plus I upon F, P90 minus C. P90, L is 35.5 plus I5, F5, P90, 90 minus C, 88. P90 equals to 35.5 plus 2. 90 minus 88, 2 go into 5, 10, 10 upon 5, 2. So P90 equals to 37.5. And for the calculation of PR, we use P90 minus P10, therefore 37.5 minus 11.5, it is 26. So the middle 80% student is 26. Hope you will understand the calculation of range, interquartile range and percentile range. Another quartile deviation, mean deviation and standard deviation will be explained in next lecture. Thank you.